My hike turned into a Fatwood hunt. Crunchy bowl. See the red in there? And the crusties? Looks like a really nice pine root. It's pretty cool how it's grown over the tree root. I only packed light. But I do keep a little saw with me. Pretty wet. Pretty old too. Got some little micro mini fungus. Got a new tree down on the trail. Looks like a hardwood. Hard to tell. I see leaves. Doesn't look like Fatwood. Got some red over here though. Wait. No, that's a pine. That's definitely pine, white pine. By the pattern of the branches and a few peaks of bark. This area is predominantly white, so that's probably what it is. Let's have a peek at that root. Awful lot of dirt to be goofing up my saw with. Pretty light. Been dead a long time. Hell, I might not have to saw that off. And there we go. Maybe. It's light like white. That would make for great kindling. I'm sure there's some resin in that. Cool. Since the storm has taken out all the pine trees, the forest has been taken over by bittersweet. Bittersweet will make it hard for the pine trees to grow back, unfortunately. Pretty old rotty piece. Big old crack in it. But this little one, I can attack that with my little Sierra. Woo! That's what it's all about right there. Oh, if only you could smell that. Man. I got my Sierra saw all sticky. Gotta get my Fatwood in my pocket. There we go. Free up a hand. Ooh, all wrapped in vines. Pretty rotted, but some damn good Fatwood in there. Pretty rotted piece, but there's some really good veins of Fatwood in there along the edges like that and around that knot. And that's pretty good Fatwood too, I can tell just by looking at it. All the way to the tip and around that knot. Cool. My hike turned into a Fatwood hunt. There's that big piece of Fatwood. Split her in half. Plenty of resin in there. Pretty rotted, but good Fatwood. There's the vein of resin that I spoke about. So as you see, the veins of resin, this one here runs from this knot to the other. Very typical with Fatwood and pine trees. You usually have a vein of resin running from one knot to the other. And all the wood that didn't have resin in it rotted away. And there's a vein of resin right there. Flip her around. And there you go. Really nice vein. Let's see how this one does. This is red pine, by the way. See if my cheap lighter will get her going. Shouldn't take much. Not bad. There's the bottom part that broke off. Got real wet and rotty, but there's still a shell of resin. Shines right up real nice once you get a cut. Looks much nicer once you slice into it. And there's your punk rot. You put that in your fire. If your fire goes out, you can grab these and blow on them and get your good ember going. They'll smolder and smoke for a while if they're dry enough. I knew this would be a really nice piece of fatwood. I broke that kind of rough. Man, that's a nice sliver of fatwood right there. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? Smell. Acrobatic fatwood. Probably should put that out, huh? Light the whole place on fire. Even got a leaf started. Woohoo! That'll do it. Thank you, brother. I love it. And that's why. Woohoo! Pyro party. Finally getting my hair back. I don't want to burn it. Keep it burning.